Hello there, it's me Daniel, and today I'm going to be doing a mukbang video because I noticed that I didn't want to accept this fact, but I've noticed that these get the most views out of everything else, but I'm still going to film other kinds of videos. If you like different kinds of videos, like inspirational lifestyle kind of stuff, definitely let me know because I need some reassurance there because, you know, the fluctuating views. But anyways, today I have some Chick-fil-A and I'm going to be eating that today. To be very honest, I drank most of the milkshake on my way home because the Chick-fil-A in my area is not that close to me, but it's not far. So it's like, by the time I get home from Chick-fil-A, I finish my large fries. So it took a lot of willpower to not eat anything, but I did drink some. So I think that's fair enough. But yeah, I have a small cookies and cream shake, I have large fries, and a spicy chicken sandwich. They put cheese on it though. Yeah, they did. It's fine. I'd never get that, but I don't know why, like, I don't know. I'm not gonna complain. I'm not gonna be that annoying customer. Oh. Oops. I usually get 3 Chick-fil-A sauces, but I don't finish them, so I'm gonna be having 2 today. Don't mean to flash you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, nip slip. Okay. I wasn't too sure what to talk about in this video because I have so many things, but like nothing substantial, you know? I'm gonna try this. I've never had this with cheese before. Spicy pepper jack. It's not bad. That's actually good. I think primarily I wanted to talk about dating. Now, I don't have the best experience with dating or relationships, but I wanted to give some of my insight on things, not getting too personal, but sharing some of my experiences or vague experiences. Because I'm not the person you talk to about relationships. Like, I have ideas of how a relationship should be, or like a healthy one. So I think I'm good for that. But, like I said, my past with relationships is not that good. Ever since I was in middle school, I was always like a hopeless romantic. I mentioned this before. And I always wanted to be in a relationship. Like, I always wanted a boyfriend and, you know, like, being together with someone. And, like, probably a couple months ago, I'd be like, oh, I don't need to be in a relationship. I've come to a point in my life where, you know, I don't feel the need to be in one, or I don't want to be in one. And I would say that, but I didn't really feel it. Now, however, I definitely feel it. I don't want a relationship. You know, I don't, like, it would be nice, but that's not really something I want to put my energy towards right now. I'm talking so much and not eating. I'm sorry. I got full off the milkshake, I think. I'm sorry. I think if you're in a relationship, or a friendship even, that's like stressful, or like the other person's always putting you down, or doesn't accept you for who you are, what kind of relationship or friendship is that, you know? Like, that person is supposed to make you feel good about yourself. You should feel like you're on top of the world with them. And I'm not, like, targeting or, like, throwing shade at anyone. Like, I'm just saying in general. Because, I don't like that. If I have a problem with someone, I'm gonna tell them straight up. I'm not gonna like beat around the bush. I don't like when people do that to me. That's why I'm like that. I like when people are straightforward. I feel like I'm coming off as a jerk, but you know, when people are sketchy and shady with you, or you've been with people like that, you learn that, I don't know, I guess I'm just tired of like people not being honest with me. Definitely don't eat this if you're not hungry, because it's a lot of food. I like how the point of this video is to see what I'm eating. You can hardly see it. I had the weirdest dream. And no, my napkin. It's not that it was scary per se. More so, it was disturbing. So, Alba from Jane the Virgin, she's her grandmother. She was my grandmother in that dream. So, like, I would call her abuelita and stuff. And she was holding me captive, like, holding me hostage. I don't know why. And that wasn't, like, that was, like, one big chunk of the dream. And then eventually I escaped, but I went back, like, to tell her I was upset with her or something. I don't know. Why would you go back? Like, you get TF out of there. And then in other parts, I was, like, in a hotel, like a college dorm or something, and I was looking for my room, but I couldn't find it because it was a long time since I stayed there. And then I saw this guy from high school in my room, just like laying down. He's like, "What's up?" And I'm like, "Yo." It was really weird. And then he got up and left. Like, if you saw my setup, you'd be like, "Daniel, what are you doing?" I have like this wiggly folding table and then a box on top, and it's like super splintery wood. This cup is like throwing off all the lighting. I'm gonna put this here. No. I keep dropping the napkins. Is that better? I don't know. This is why I get 2 or 3. Before, I would get 4. I ate so much as a sophomore in high school because I did cross country and I was running all the time, burning all those calories. Now I'm just old and don't work out. That's not true. I do work out, like, sometimes, but it's more of like whenever I feel like it. And before, I'd be like, I have to work out today. I feel like I wasn't in a proper headspace when I started this video, so I'm sorry if this is like all over the place, but it took me so long to get home because there's 2 possible ways to get to my house from the Chick-fil-A. So then I always pass by this shortcut. It's not really a shortcut, it's just another way home. And I thought, you know what, this seems a little closer. I'm gonna go this way and see if it's shorter. So then I take the second way. Keep in mind, it snowed here, so there's like ice on cars and stuff, and there was still ice on my van because I forgot to take it off, because I'm an idiot. So then I'm driving, and then I'm like, oh wait, there's a school there. Oh wait, it's 2:25. Oh wait, and then I see all these cars lined up. I'm like, oh my goodness. So it was even harder to resist the food because I was waiting with all those cars. So I just kept sipping my milkshake, waiting for these kids to walk by. And then eventually, like, I passed that. And then I get to this light, and there's like a stop sign on a hill. Why do they do that? I don't know. So then I'm at the stop sign, and I'm driving a van, so I'm like leaning and falling back. So with the van like this, the ice from the heat of the car, you know, it's just like starting to slip off. And then it all falls down behind the van. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then it's my turn to go, so then I'm just like speeding out of there because I'm always scared for some reason that the person behind me is gonna get out of the car and yell at me. So I don't know. And then I went and I came home. Does anyone ever send you something on Snapchat and you can't, like, it wasn't on their story, but you can't tell if they sent it to just you? Or, like, does that just happen to me? Because I honestly, that's why I don't reply sometimes, or at all, because what? I don't understand the point. Or when people send you something that they put on their story, like, I'm definitely not replying to that. About that in sophomore year in high school, I ate a lot, and I ate pretty healthy too, but I ate a lot of candy. Every single Friday and Saturday, I would get a big bag of M&Ms and Sour Patch. Every Friday. After a football game when I went with my friends. You see, that was fun, but I don't really miss high school for what it was. I don't mean to sound bitter, but those friends I hung out with in like 10th grade, I didn't in senior year, and you know that's partially my fault, but I also just didn't want to. I was just over high school and ready to go on with my life somewhere else. Or not somewhere else, but doing something else. I was also in a relationship that held me back a lot. So that's also a factor. But you know. Sometimes you just gotta let things go even if you don't want to. Because you know it's good for you. That makes sense. You know, people tell you to like follow your heart, but for me, listening to your brain and like thinking logically will prevent you from the problems that facing your heart can bring you sometimes. That's why I'm like I think a lot about things before I make the decision. And if I do something stupid, knowing it's a stupid decision, knowing that the consequences aren't good, I always blame myself in the end, which is what you're supposed to do. I don't get upset over the consequences of it. Because I know I put myself in that situation. Speaking of dating from the beginning of the video, what do you do if you're on a bad date? Or, like, what would you do if you already know the date's just not going well and you're not really connecting or, like, vibing with the person? Like, what do you do? Do you just leave? Don't just leave, but, like, I feel like it's so messed up to pretend like someone's calling you and you have to go, but honestly, that's something I would do, but I wouldn't have the guts to do it. I would think about it, but I wouldn't go through with it. I'm just like, why would you continue to be on a date with someone you don't want to be with? I don't know, it's also my fault because, in general, I just find a lot of people, like, annoying. Not in terms of, like, friendships, but, like, in terms of relationships. Like, I don't want to be annoyed of the person that I'm with, you know? I wouldn't say I have high expectations. I just think I have basic expectations, you know? Be respectful, be polite, be thoughtful, be honest. Like, don't be insecure about anything else. I mean, as long as you're just, like, a good person. I don't know, it's just so hard. I don't know how to explain it. You know, I gotta stop saying, like, all men are terrible. I mean, I'm a man myself, and, you know, I say men are terrible because sometimes we are. We're stupid sometimes, but maybe it's just where I live, and there just aren't enough just decent guys. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not looking for anyone, but, like, it just, like, makes me wonder. I'm like, is it always gonna be like this? Am I gonna be alone forever? We'll find out. So that's going to be it for this video. I had half a fry left. I couldn't do it. But if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more in the future. And let me know what you would like to see me eat for the next video. And that is all I got. So I'll see you next time. Goodbye.